Listen, guys, you are about to come out of the fog. You are about to see things so clearly it might piss you off. Listen, you're a good person, okay? But you've been very passive, very compassionate. You have been putting other people before yourself for too long. Your guides have had enough. You've had enough. There's a shift happening where you are going to start getting really firm with your boundaries and letting people know what you're going to tolerate, what you're not going to tolerate. When you want to say no, you're going to say no and you're going to mean it. Listen, and not everybody's going to take this well. People are used to having access to you. People are used to you saying yes. When they can't access you the same way anymore, they're going to be really mad. Yeah. So the old way that you used to do relationships, like, that's over. The old you is dead and gone, and the new you that speaks up for themselves and tells it like it is and calls out BS, like, here you are, right? So you're stepping into a new version of yourself. You're stepping into a new timeline. Oh, you're in between worlds. You're in the void. You're in the void. Okay, so you have shed or are still shedding things out of your life that are not a frequency match anymore. But the new life and the new things have not fully come in yet. So there's an empty space. There is a void. That's okay, because you're holding space. You're holding space for your new life to unfold. And you are so impatient. You are so impatient. You want it to happen now. I get it. You know why? Because you feel the excitement. You feel the exciting energy. You feel that something is coming. And you're not sure what, but you know it's good, you know it's exciting, and you know that you want it now, right? And you might even have been feeling this for a while, and you're kind of like, I'm sick of waiting, where is it? I get it, because same, okay? And we have the Hangman, and what did I say? You just had, like, the biggest change of perspective in your life. And it just, boom, happened like that. And you're just like, you know what? Like, this isn't working for me anymore. Because you're finding yourself, you're finding your voice, and you're figuring out what works for you and what doesn't, and you're acting on it. You're putting up your boundaries. You're realizing you can be a nice person. You can be a compassionate person. But it doesn't mean you have to fully sacrifice yourself in the process. There can be a balance. You can have limits. You can have a line. Yeah. Listen, you're walking away from the things that are emotionally draining you and not giving you anything in return. You're taking with you what's working, and you're leaving behind what doesn't. And that's okay. You're allowed to take care of yourself. And that doesn't make you selfish. It doesn't make you a bad person. You're realizing what you value. You're realizing what is important to you. Because before, you were so preoccupied with what was important to other people. So this is like the first time that you're really sitting back and figuring out what is important to you. And I just keep getting, like, there's going to be people that are really not happy about this. They want you to be passive. They want you to accommodate them. And you're really going to have to sit with this. You're really going to have to meditate on it. This one is going to take some wrapping your head around, because this is so different for you. Oh, but you're going to be so happy, because you're going to be living in your own integrity. You're going to feel so confident, like finding yourself without guilt and without shame. That's the key here. Yeah. Oh. Loving and taking care of yourself and prioritizing yourself without shame and guilt attached to it. Because why, right? Why would there be? Because you have always been the Empress, okay? Listen, the Empress is like top notch, the HBIC. If you don't know what HBIC is, it's like the head bitch in charge. You have always been like up here. You're above all the queens, but you didn't always see yourself that way. You didn't know that you commanded that kind of power. You didn't know that you were worthy of having that kind of self-worth. And part of the self-worth is having and maintaining your boundaries, and you are just as important as other people. They are not more important than you. You are important also. And listen, you've always been the magician, but you didn't know it, okay? You have always had all the tools that you needed to do whatever it was that you wanted to do. Do you see how everything is just like blooming around him? Things come to life in his presence. Just your presence energizes people because you're magnetic, you're magical, you're high vibrational. You subconsciously understand the universal laws. Like, even if you can't like consciously articulate them into words, because that's really hard, right? But like on a subconscious level, you have an understanding of them. So you know how to create magic in your life. And people sense this about you. That's why people want to get around you. That's why people want access to your energy. That's why people are going to be mad when you put up boundaries with them.